It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Packers and the Pats, and it comes your way next.
On a warm and sunny afternoon in the Bay State of Massachusetts, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Brennan Gordon alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field the defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Rodgers on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way. I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship. Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. But surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I don't see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, get man coverage on the outside, and Westcott force the incompletion.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1. Completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that, because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, it's Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And it's a Packers touchdown. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And that one able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring
to throw. Jones. And incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On first down, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
On second down now. It's Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively. They were able to break it up.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones looking for Aguilar. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now Jones throwing after the interception. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second down, this is Harris, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Second down at 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon, 34 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Here's Jones on first down. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
51 the mic, boys. 51.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Okay, baby.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our players spotlight. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made by dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They start to drive with White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. White again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Folk's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Powerful running. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Dig in, let's go. I told you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
"38-yard line, 2nd and 9. On the delay, Jones. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 66 yards on the ground for him so far.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Taylor now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He'll leave this one for White. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now the all-time leading rusher at nearby Boston College, A.J. Dillon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's it, baby. We go.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Kick it away after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Come on now, let's go.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This wasn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on.